Hello, and welcome to another episode of Scatter Sunshine. I'm your host, Arella, and I know it's been a while since my last video. So what happened is 4 of the 6 members of my family decided to have birthdays in like a 4-week span. And so I have been elbows deep in birthday season. And I can see the light at the end of the tunnel now. I've only got one party left, and like, well, I'm not okay, but I'm surviving, and that's the most important thing. Anyway, welcome back for another story that'll hopefully make you twitch your lips a little bit, or maybe, blow a little extra air out your nose. But from hearing my silly life experiences. I'm always astounded at how easy it is to completely ruin something for a toddler. So I was making lunch the other day, and my daughter is on a chicken nugget kick. She calls it roar chicken because they're usually shaped like little dinosaurs, and so she calls it roar chicken. It's adorable. So I make roar chicken. I throw on some French fries, don't judge me, and some sliced up apples. I'm like, all right, this is great. She's going to eat good today. It's going to be amazing. And so I start walking the plate from the counter to the table. And while I'm in the process of doing that, my cat tries to unalive me. I take this little fuzzy creature into my home out of the goodness of my heart. I provided food, shelter, clean water, a bed to sleep in, and it thanks me by nearly tripping me every single time I walk across an open space in my home. So I trip and I don't fall. Okay, I don't fall, which is, win for me. So I don't fall. I'm like, whew, and nothing fell off the tray. So I'm like, okay, we're good. So I take it over to the table, set it down in her spot. All right, let's go. Let's do this. So I call her up for lunch, and she comes upstairs and she sits down and she looks at her plate and she goes, Mom, I can't eat this. I'm like, why? Like, it's raw chicken. It's your favorite thing. Why can't you eat it? She goes, Mom, it's dirty. What? It's dirty? Like, I distinctly remember not falling on my face with your food. Nothing fell off the tray. Nothing hit the floor. What do you mean it's dirty? And she points. And my daughter is one that she cannot eat anything without dipping it in something else. Like, sauce is a necessity on her plate. And so there was sauce on her plate for her to dip her raw chickens in. And when I stumbled, the chicken nuggets slid into the sauce. So now they were dirty. I said, honey, it's your sauce that you like. You were going to dip them in there anyway. So, like, can't you just eat it? They're not dirty. I promise. None of them, they didn't fall on the floor. Nothing. She goes, I can't eat them, Mom. Raw chicken is dirty. So I ruined her entire day because her raw chickens got dirty. Can't win them all. But I'm also, and while like that was, traumatic and difficult, it was okay. I pulled out the magic granola bars from the pantry and she was fine. She eats. She is not, I promise she's not going without. She just, I just ruined her favorite food. But I'm always astounded by also, like, as a parent, how it's all of your children, but there's one in particular who thinks that you are the dumbest human being on the planet. Like, exclamation point, dumb as a sack of hammers. And this child of my household is my oldest son. He really thinks I'm dumb. So a little while ago, I was making dinner, as I do. Mom of 4, gotta keep the little ones alive. And so I'm in the kitchen cooking, and my kids are downstairs playing, and everything's going good, and I hear the slow tap tap of somebody's feet coming up the stairs. And I'm thinking, okay, it's probably my little girl. She's probably about to ask me for her 75th fruit snack while I'm in the midst of making dinner, because we live off fruit snacks and chicken nuggets in her little world. And so I look up in my microwave, and I can see the reflection. And instead of seeing raven hair, I see blonde hair. I'm like, what's he up to? And the thing that's even more surprising to me is that it's the back of his little head. And so I'm keeping like a little eye up at the reflection, and he keeps kind of doing this thing over his shoulder while he comes up stairs. And so my mommy spidey senses are tingling. And I'm like, that boy is up to something. And so he comes up the stairs backwards, and then quickly like crab shuffles, and I'm like, okay, it looks like he's going to his room. And this is a child that will never go to his room unless there's an electronic device in it. He hates his room. He hates being by himself. And I knew that there were no electronic devices in his room. So I'm like, all right, buddy, what you doing? And he freezes. He looks over his shoulder and he goes, nothing. I said, oh, okay. Why are you going up the stairs that way? He goes, oh, and this is all over his shoulder. I just wanted to go up the stairs backwards. And while he's giving his explanation, I'm looking and I can see the telltale darkness on his jeans. And so I know what happened. He had an accident. We all have accidents. Adults have accidents. Children have accidents. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm just, I'm just one of those, all right, I don't really care. Let's just get your dirty clothes off, get them in the washer, and get yourself in the shower real quick so we can deal with this. But I go and I'm like, okay, so why do you want to go up the stairs like that? He's like, well, I just thought it would be fun. I say, okay, wouldn't have anything to do with that wet spot on your pants. He goes, I was just sweating a lot, and so I just wanted to change my pants real quick. And I said, okay, I hate to break it to you, but it looks like you had a potty accident. And he rolls around, he goes, how did you know? And of course, now in the front, I could see the whole package. And I said, my boy, my sweet child, when you have a potty accident, it gets wet on the front and the back. He immediately goes to cover himself, and I go, the jig is up, buddy boy. Just get those pants off and hop in the shower, please. Fine. He thinks I'm dumb. He really thinks I'm dumb as a sack of hammers, which is fine. Guess he can just keep thinking I'm dumb, and I'll keep catching him. So, it's not just you. Every child thinks that their parent is dumb. Either that, or they're just really, really hoping this one time, they're going to be able to pull it over on you. But it was not this day. Not in my house. So, also, I am a little bit of the talk of the neighborhood because I love my children and I love traveling. I do not love traveling with my children, guys. We have a big SUV thing, and I can put we have to, when we go on long road trips, I literally have to put a cardboard divider up between my sons because it'll go from little giggles to he's breathing my air and she looked at me funny and he won't give me back my water. But and when we go to my in-laws, which is a 3-hour trip, just cannot. And so I've been looking and searching and searching. I was like, I need a bigger vehicle. I need a bigger vehicle. But I can't just go out and buy a Mercedes Sprinter van, because those are only those are only for rich people. And I am not a rich person. And so I've been looking for something that would work, that was big enough, and I finally found a bus. It's a short bus, but it's a bus. And I sat there and I looked at this bus. I was also looking at a 10-passenger van, and I looked at this bus and I was thinking, you know what? I can stand up in this bus. You know how much easier it is to buckle in a child when you can use your full range of motion, stand up? I was like, there's also enough benches that every child can have their own, 2 seats all to themselves. And then my youngest daughter, she's getting a service animal that will be joining our family this next summer. And I was like, look at all the room there is for that dog to lay. And so I bought a short bus. And I'm now the talk of my neighborhood, because people are like, why did you buy a bus? I said, to haul my family around it. And they went, you're not going to turn it into a camper? Nope, to haul my family around it. They're like, and I can tell that they're questioning my sanity, but you know what? When I am 2.5 hours into the trip to my in-laws, and I have not heard the sound of, he's breathing my air. Who's going to be getting the weird looks now? Not me. Not me. So, to all of my parental units out there, grand parental units, any primary caregivers of tiny humans, you do what works for you and your family. Even if that means buying a minibus so that you don't have to hear somebody say, he put his finger in my ear. Real thing that happened. For the 15th time. And so, don't worry about what they say. If you need a bus, just drive a bus. So, as always, to all my caregivers out there, you are doing awesome. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And it's not you. And it's not just your kids. We're all in this together. So I hope this gave you something to smile about, something to snicker about. You are free to make fun of me as long as that makes you happy. And remember, scatter the sunshine, and you might just find those rainbows you're looking for. Have a great day. Bye.